Ready. What up, people? Thank you for stopping and playing in traffic. My name is Louis Lee from All Ends Magazine, and we are here kicking it. We got people in the chat room ready to go. Tori?
People in the chat room ready to go.
Yeah.
Nice.
What's up, peoples?
Where's Dina?
She is
technical difficulties.
She said technical difficulties.
Okay, Dina, let's walk you through it. What do you see on your screen? Need invited. Okay, I'm going to redo it.
Okay.
All right. And there it is. We got a lot of people in the chat room already.
Nice. We promoted this pretty good this week. So, and Dina, she handles all social media. She does a really good job. So, between all of us, we did a good job getting the word out. So,
make sure we're live on YouTube and Facebook.
YouTube.
Is that her calling?
No, it's
kicking her out again, Louis.
It's kicking her out.
Hi, Sarah.
Try redoing your browser. Close your browser out and then restart it and see if you can get in that way. I'll invite you again. All right. I think we are live on YouTube. Okay, anybody on YouTube watching us? We enjoy having you there. Yep.
I just told Dina to use Google Chrome in case she wasn't using that. Oh, she is. Okay, perfect.
Okay, I'm going to invite her again.
I'm just texting Dina. I'm not being rude.
Right. Okay, everybody on Facebook. We're Facebook Live also. So hello, everybody on Facebook. Hey. All you have to do is click on Dina, on her picture, and it will bring you over to Crowdcast. And then you can be in the chat room and we can see everything all the time.
All the time. All the time.
It's not recognizing Dina.
I see her. She's here, but
should she restart the computer then, or?
I don't know. Yeah, try that. Yeah, try restarting your computer. I see her in the chat room.
Yeah, me too. Me too. That's weird.
It's not weird. It happens to me all the time.
It's a common occurrence.
All the time. Huh.
All right, well, let's see. So what's good for this week? Lou, what was your car mission this week?
I had to take a tubing bender over to the school. So it's one of my, I got two of them, and I have one that I stand up when I operate it, and I've just had like a piece of 8-inch piece of angle iron on it because I clamp it to the table, then I take it off the table. The other one's mounted to the table, so I took it to the school last night. We bent one of the bars up, but it was just a pain in the ass because it kept wanting to fall over because it wasn't balanced good enough. So I had to make a brace today. So, so it stand on its own.
Had to do some fabricating.
So now it's clamped to the chassis table, so one of my students can use it. And Vince is asking me about the gloves I got last week. I was all ready to show them to you guys. And what did I do today? I had them in the shop and I forgot to bring them up. Last week I was all jonesing about sending them. Actually, I might have a picture of them. And Louis Lee's going to get jealous. I know he will, but that's okay.
Yep.
That's okay.
Dina, call me on my phone, Dina, and maybe I can walk you through it.
I don't know if you guys can see these. Look at that.
Oh yeah.
They're branded. They're upside down. If I turn it, it'll just go back upside down. But it's the CB logo. That's the CM logo one. That's the CM logo, the construction mechanic logo. And then that was my rank, second class petty officer. And that's the eagle for the Navy logo, and then the CB. Huh? Next week I'll have them up next week. I promise.
Sweet.
And they're branded, and they're dyed and everything. One of Vince's guys did them. So I got Vince. Vince never got me the info what to say, so I'll get him to step his game up, and we'll make it happen.
Lou, did I tell you the story about a special pair of gloves of mine?
No.
Check this out. I'm at the World Trade Center, and during the rescue and recovery, I lost a pair of gloves. Don't know where they went, so I had my spare gloves in my pocket. No problem, right? I retired in 2003. In 2005, I get a phone call from the city. Hello, can we speak to Firefighter de Blasi? Speaking. We have something of yours that we recovered at the World Trade Center.
No,
you'd like us to return to you. So they had the only way they knew they were my gloves, my badge number was written on it with a Sharpie. And they send a messenger van out to my house. The guy rings the door, he rings the bell, and he hands me my gloves, laundered, and they're artifacts of the Trade Center now. I got them back.
That's awesome.
Is that crazy? I mean, they're just a pair of gloves, but not really.
Yeah.
I'm glad I have them back. That's pretty cool.
Awesome.
And who would have thought years after?
Did them. Vince said his brother did them. But I'll get the rest of the info. I'll get the info on them. Yeah,
gloves are gorgeous.
Yeah, they're cool. They're way cool. They are. But and I wasn't expecting them, so it was really neat. It was really neat. So everything's going cool. They're getting everything lined up, but I haven't been saying anything, so I'll tell you guys now what I got going on. The Roxborough, North Carolina is 2.5 hours from me, and I'm putting together a shop up there so I can do the online thing. So hopefully this thing will take off now because the shop's almost done.
Nice.
And then we'll make it happen.
Congratulations! I know it's been a lot of hard work.
Yeah. So, and I'm texting right now with a guy who's got a '74 Opel Manta that might be one of the projects.
That's a nice car. That's really. I haven't seen one of those in
Yeah.
When I was a kid, maybe.
I haven't seen one in forever. It was
right.
Some guy was talking to another guy who heard that I was looking for a weird project like that, and I was thought that would be a cool thing to build, and he texted me out of the blue.
Those are the best ones, right?
I know, right? Is that not cool?
I remember I was a kid on Liberty Avenue, and talking about weird projects or oddball cars and stuff. A Rebel machine.
Oh yeah.
When's the last time you saw one of those?
Dude, they're rare.
Yeah, they're very rare.
They're rare.
I
just realized who's Ray.
He's in the chat room. You know what? Louis should
have
let him
right down here till Dina comes.
Yeah. I can't let him in though.
Damn it.
I don't have any.
If we can get him in.
I don't have any buttons.
I don't have any buttons either.
Yeah.
Damn it.
I should have thought of that before Louis went to talk to Dina to walk her through it.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Ray. Good thought, but
we thought about you, Ray. We still love you, man.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, so I'm in a show in Connecticut about 10 years ago, and what do I see? Another Rebel machine. I spoke to the owner, and back then there was nothing made for the car.
Right.
All the panels had to be hand formed. I mean, he did a lot of work to bring this car back.
Yeah.
I mean, for the Chevelle guys or the Tri-5 guys, let your fingers do the walking, right? make a phone call, have a pallet of stuff delivered. This poor guy, a lot of rust, a lot of hand forming. He did a beautiful job on the car, though.
That's awesome.
What a nice car. Oh, yeah,
That's
for sure.
Cool. That is way cool.
So on the Opal, does the owner have any idea of what drivetrain, or is he leaving it up to you?
Clue right now.
Okay.
I don't have any. I really don't know right now. Right now, I'm just. He texted me. He said he got sidetracked. He texted me. It's all I know is it's sitting in a chicken coop.
Okay. So it basically needs everything. Then it's going to need a full restoration. How's the body?
Restoration, so it's okay.
Yeah,
it's okay.
Of course.
I'm gonna do restoration.
Like my Chevelle, right?
Jason asked if I was moving. Hell no, Jason, I ain't moving. What I will do is go up there and stay like 3 days a week or 4 days a week and then come home. Yeah. Yep. That's what I'm doing. So we'll make this happen. We'll make this deal work.
Oh, for sure.
So,
I just hope the body's not that bad on the Opal, though. That'll make your life a lot easier.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, we'll see. I mean, I haven't even looked at it yet, but I got to find, I just think it'd be a neat project because it's different. You know
sure.
what I mean? And I got an idea how I want to build it, so it'll be good to go. Yeah.
Very cool.
I'm going to do like a kind of like the race cars, with the big fenders, the big flares and all that, something like that.
That'll look good.
Yeah.
That'll look good.
You know what? I don't know if I'm going to the Hot Rod Super Nats. I'm not sure. We're gonna have to ask Lewis Lee that one. Yeah.
That's in Ohio, right? In July?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Scott just asked me. Ray, I got a Fiat Spider that's begging for a supercharged Ecotec. Actually, Ray, you know what might be a better engine for that is the engine out of the Miata. Twin cam, and it's got the transmission won't be as big because what you got to do with the Ecotec is, I don't know which one, Jason. I just know it's a Mazda motor. I got a guy who builds them things out. But the Ecotec, you got to run a Colorado transmission, and it's kind of long. And the only one who makes a clutch, pressure plate, and flywheel is McLeod, I think. And it's like $1,000 flywheel setup. So yeah, you could get one for the Mazda, and that's the deal. The Mazda would be easier, and I got a guy here who builds them, and he gets 400 to 500 horse streetable out of them. Little turbo, little massaging. But that's all he builds is those engines for SCCA guys. That's what he builds. And he used to do rotaries that were nasty rotaries. So yeah. And Jason, I have no idea, I don't even know if there's different ones. Yeah, brakes is easy. Yeah. If they do the 99 plus heads, the heads are better on the 99s and up. Okay. I'll find out. I'll ask all those questions before we get into it, if I get this thing, because I don't know anything about him, and the best way to do it would be, his name is Estes. Have Estes come in and we shoot, going over what's good, what's bad, putting it together. You do like a whole show of it. That'd be the way to do it. Flying Miata. I have to write that down real quick. FlyingMiata.com.
Lou, what's the name of the manual transmission used in the Colorados? I remember reading a write-up on those.
I don't know. I couldn't tell you that one.
To the tip of my tongue, it's in the back of my head, and I can't think of it.
I don't know. I don't want to do an LS swap in it because I want something that's different. That's the only reason why I'm not going to do the LS swap in it, because there'll be plenty of stuff to do LS swaps in. You get.
Oh, of course.
See, the big thing, the other reason why I don't want to do an LS swap is because I want to go for that. When you stop and think about it, there's a whole different group of guys that are building these Beamers now and these Hondas and the European cars in general, and those are the guys that I'm going to go after. Because like if you just type in, you know, hot rod Volvos, you should see some of the stuff that comes up. So
oh, it's amazing.
Flathead with Strombergs, that would be cool. But there's, you know, there's it's a different style. Like you go on Pinterest, you look at some of the guys that are building these, you know, the like I said, these Beamers, and even the minis, the old minis too. They're tube chassis, you know, tube chassis, all-wheel drive Honda setups in them. I mean, they're building some stuff. Lewis, can you get Dina on?
We're still doing tech support. We'll be on in a minute.
Can you put Ray on real quick while you're doing that?
Yeah, I'll get Ray on. Hold on.
Lou, I'm still looking for the name of that transmission out of the Colorados. It's a low buck swap, but not for high horsepower. If you do, you know, 400 horse, you're going to blow to smithereens. But for the average guy,
it's not making a bunch of torque. That's the thing.
Exactly.
That's what kills it, is the torque.
Yeah,
that's the thing. So we do that, and we're good. Ray,
hey Ray,
Ray,
what's up? Congratulations on a deal, Lou. Sounds great.
Well, I've had it in the works since 2 weeks before Christmas.
Okay.
But you know, but with everything else going on, I've been making trips up there. Mm-hmm. I got the 77 up there. They got to put some outlets, some 220 outlets in the shop, and then you know, and Chip has got like 30 cars. So I'm going to do it's either an 8 or a 9 Chevelle. It's all apart. He bought the car on the rotisserie and boxes of parts in the chassis. So what I want to do is get the chassis blasted, you know, paint the inside of the rails, and then box it, do all that stuff, and then start moving forward. But, you know, like I'm going to do I'm going to bring my fixture table up there. I haven't built it yet. It's all in pieces. But, I'll bring the tabletop up there and all the tubing. I'll shoot a video on how I build a table. I'll have my welding table up there. Well, I got to build one, I should say. I'll have that up there. You know, I'll do all that stuff. And then, you know, shoot videos on all of that, generate interest, do the shop walk around, and just go from there, you know?
Sounds good.
And that'll help get me viewers. And then what I want to do with the Chevelle frame is box it and then put the bracing and tie the middle all together. Mm-hmm. Then I'll do tubular arms, which I'll just buy. I'll buy the tubular arms, and I'll make my own rear tubular arms. Mm-hmm. And I don't know if it's got a 12 bolt in it or not, but if it's got a 10 bolt, I'll put a 9-inch in it or something.
All right, I think we got our set, but I got to kick somebody off.
Yes, all right.
Ray, you want to go first this time, and I'll come on.
Go first, Ray, and then Tori will come on later. We'll do that.
Listen to the boss.
Yeah, or if we go too long, Tori can come on next week. It's all right. We'll be fine. Let's get this ball rolling.
All right. And here it comes. Da, da, da.
The excitement is killing me.
Oh, I know. It's like I'm on the edge of my seat over here. Yeah, I've been working on the Chevelle, and I found I was having all sorts of problems with the valve adjustment.
Yeah.
Find out the guy who said he rebuilt the engine and sold the car, put a roller cam, a mechanical solid lifter cam in the engine with hydraulic lifters, and said everything was cool. And it ain't cool.
No.
So that all came out.
It ain't cool.
No, you can't do that. So that all came out. Now I'm rebuilding. Heads are out at a good machine shop out here, doing all of that and just kind of redoing the whole top end.
Yeah.
So I got to talk to Tori about the rear, because I was checking the ratio today, and I was getting some freaking numbers. So I think the rear is in trouble.
Oh God.
So yeah.
Whose Chevelle is it?
It's the guy who owns the shop where I work for on my third gig. And
right.
He got it as he's got a bunch of cars, and he got this one because it's an SS with a big block SS car with a bench seat column shift, so it's a little odd.
It is,
and and he likes it. So
is it a real SS?
It is. Yeah, we documented all the numbers match. It's a true SS. So this is a car that if you took it apart, you would say at some point forget this, it's scrap, because the metal, it was so rusty in the back. But he happens to own a body shop, so he put it through the shop, and they changed everything. Yeah. And and I'm doing a bunch of mechanical stuff. I have to put the dash in and do the wiring. But now he's got a '69 Mustang, a Mach 1. That was another car. A guy walked in and sold it to him, and I was working on that last year. That was when every time I reached under the dash to do something, I got rained on with rust and just it was ridiculous. Yeah. He just showed me that car's at the shop. He brought it there over the weekend. It's a little slow now. And he had his guy start pulling it apart. Now the car is like skeletonized. So they're doing all the torque boxes, all the caps, all the braces, most of the sheet metal. I was like, hey, man, nice to have a body shop, isn't it?
Yeah, no shit, right?
Yeah, I don't have that luxury. But no, that's why I put my car through his shop, because the guys are really, they know what they're doing.
Right, right.
And they're not afraid, they're not afraid of rust repair, which is rare these days for a regular shop.
Yeah, you ain't lying about that.
I had a buddy who has a GTX, and he needed minimal work, rocker panel replacement, and a few things. And every shop he went to said, no, we don't do restorations. We don't touch them.
Yeah, don't you love that? We don't do our job.
Right.
If we can't take parts off and put parts on, we can't do it.
Yeah, they just want to do the insurance work, take the quick turnaround. I get that. I understand it, but then don't tout yourself as being a hot rod shop and go to the cruise nights and blah blah blah. So I turned him on to my buddy's shop, and he went down there, and Mike looked at it and said, yeah, we can fix this car. Picked it up, and I think like in 2 weeks he had everything done that my buddy wanted. It was just infrastructure work. Paul was going to do all the rest of the work himself. So done. Just turn it around.
Yeah.
Because they're old school guys, so they're not afraid of of that kind of stuff. So
yeah.
But,
that's the thing. So my big question is Papa Squirrel's on, and I was wondering how his hand's doing. Because remember a few months ago they screwed it all up.
Yeah.
I hadn't heard nothing.
Right. Okay.
He's on, so I'm guessing he's either better or he's learned how to use his other hand.
Pick one for Jason. The Chevelle's a 71. And I know Tori can up. Tori's my next call. No, Jason asked what year it was, so it's a 71.
Yeah. Did you look at that flying Miata?
I wrote it down. And I will check it out, because that sounds.
Click on the link. You'll just open another page.
Okay. Let's see.
I'll still see you, and you can tell me what you think.
Yeah. I flying Miata. Jeez, look at that freaking car.
That thing got me.
That is wild. Doesn't even look like a Miata. Looks like a speedster.
Is that not crazy looking?
That is. Oh, actually, that's a body kit. They call it the.
Yeah. It's a cool body. Though.
Oh, look at this! The blue with the side pipes through the body. That's cool. That's trick. Yeah. These guys are serious. The air deflectors in the back. Oh man, that's wild stuff. Now, what are they doing? What are they doing power wise with these cars? Are they Are these LS cars?
That I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Let me see. I'm looking at bodywork, infrastructure, chassis, everything but engines. I don't know. Yeah. Cool. Yeah, that's pretty wicked. That is very, very, very wicked. Man. Yeah, I always thought my Fiat, I said, I always thought the car could use like a Buick V6, an aluminum Buick V6. Something small and light.
Yes.
Just to give it more power. Because it's got a ton of torque. It just doesn't have horsepower. And it's not a fast car. It's a great cruiser. It'll cruise at 85, 90, but it's just not fast getting there, So,
yeah.
I don't know. I still think I want to get a hold of a new Fiat 500, and I want to grab the brakes off of it. I got to go down to the junkyard and see if I could retrofit them onto my car. Because it could, it's got a...
Is the old one a strut car or is it conventional?
No, it's A-frames, coil springs, and shocks in the front, and it's got a live rear axle with coils and the springs in the back. But the car, it's a four-wheel disc brake car, but they had a weird disc brake setup back in the day. The kind of like an old Chrysler setup. The calipers ride on sliders, and they're not that big. And you're not really going that fast, so But I'd like to get a much more responsive brake system in the car, and I think, man, if I could pirate it off a late model Fiat, that'd be kind of cool. Because it kind of keeps it not only in the family. Willwood makes like the dynamite calipers and stuff.
I think the new one is strut though.
Yeah, I'm just looking at steel and calipers and brackets, and like kind of retrofitting that stuff. I may have to make a bracket. That's the thing, a caliper bracket. And in steel rotors too, obviously. But then the spindle
Yeah.
becomes an issue. So
You
in
know,
Fiat, in those years, it's a 79, but they did like Chrysler. The left side is a left-hand thread for the spindle nut. Like an old Chrysler. God knows why they did that. I want to rethread it.
you
What's
might
that?
be able to do like an S10 spindle.
That'd be cool because that's plentiful. Yeah. I mean, it's got to fit the Fiat ball joint, so.
No, it doesn't. You can put your own ball joint on it, right?
Then you have to retrofit the ball joints back the other way, right, onto the front end components. Yeah.
You could actually build control arms, or I got a friend of mine, and I gotta call Kevin. Kevin, he makes spindles for one of the race teams. I forgot what team he works for, but he builds spindles, and I need to talk to him anyway about show me how to make a spindle that I want to make. If you can get a spare set of spindles, I can talk to him and we might be able to make you a set of spindles.
Okay, that'd be cool.
And then see what you do. What you do is you can build a spindle that has the right height and all that, but then you change the spindle pin. See what I'm saying? You could do like an S10 spindle. They sell spindle pins,
right?
Because they sell them for the one of the round track classes uses the GM metric stuff.
Okay.
So you can get just the pin because some of those guys build their own spindles.
The pin being that tapered stub.
Right. And then you put the pin in, and then that gives you the S10 brake, and then you just locate your caliper.
Right.
And then you have the spindle that's the right height and all that.
Yeah.
You might be able to do something like that.
Yeah. Because if you look at, I know people who don't know, if you look at a spindle, you can see how that pin, you can see it through the rear. It's flushed, is around. I guess they press it in.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
they're usually not
They do. I think what they do is like they heat the spindle, press it in, and then it basically quenches it. And they may do something else.
Right.
I don't know. But I know Kevin builds them. It's one of his jobs. He builds them, and I've always wanted to build a couple of spindles just because. Yeah. That if you can get me 2 original spindles, so I have all the height, so I have everything I need. Right.
I gotta think. I parted out a car years ago, and I mean, I had this thing looking like the carcass of a Thanksgiving turkey when it was done. There was nothing left, and there was no wheels on it, so I have to have the spindles somewhere. I got to have them in the shed. So
yeah,
I have to get in there and dig.
Yeah. Papa Squirrel says you can only type with 2 fingers.
Yeah, it says Dr. Blowout. Yeah, MU tendons, nerves. Oh, nerves in the right arm and hand. Wow. Constipation on drugs. That sucks.
Man.
Wow. That's a mess. Yeah, I got a thing. They tell me it's arthritis. After I work, I come back from work at the shop. This joint in my thumb is like really freaking sore. I mean, it doesn't stop me from doing stuff, but I feel it. And they've been telling me, yeah, it's arthritis. I'm like, great. And I'm right-handed, but this is the one that hurts.
Well, Tina's had a pain in there, and the tendon was all stressed out, so it was aching.
That's what they're telling me.
She just relaxed a few days, and it went away.
Well, that's what happens if I don't do anything heavy at the shop, or if I don't go there for a couple of days, like over the weekend. It usually kind of calms down. If I pay attention to it, I'm like, wow, my hand doesn't hurt. Yeah. But then go back and do old age. Al, right? Yeah, it's old age, man. It's catching up with all of us. If it's on my back, my hand. Lucky. I'm lucky. That's all it is. Truthfully, I do feel lucky. Really crazy, man. Crazy. So you up to date on your? I know you're not up to date on the project stuff. None of us are, but you had a lot of maintenance stuff you had to do a while ago, right?
Yeah, man. I had a bunch of maintenance stuff that had to get done. The AC's back out on the red S10, so I got to get that done.
Yeah.
But I mean, I got the 77 up in Roxborough.
Right.
Because I'm gonna fix the stuff that's wrong with that, do an engine transplant, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put my Suburban back on the road. Mm-hmm. I gotta do that. I just gotta get that done because I need it. So that's going on the road. And one of the first things I'm gonna do when we start shooting video after I build the fixture table is I'm gonna build a front end for the Suburban. I got to build like 5 of them. So I'm gonna do all 3 of my Suburbans, my dad's truck. So I'm just gonna build them.
Right.
And I got to bring my chassis table up there. When I do that, I got to build some Tri-5 chassis and a couple other things. Nice. So I'm just gonna build some. I'm just gonna start cranking them out.
Nothing better to move a chassis table in than a big Suburban.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. And the thing is it's good information for like the first one, but after that, guys will want to see other stuff. But I got to do them. And while I got the fixture built and everything in place, it doesn't make sense to take it apart to put it back up.
No.
So I'm just, what I mean? When I start cutting the material, I'm just going to cut all the material at once.
That's the way to do it. Crank it out
together and get them done.
Exactly.
And Al's asking about the power tour. No.
Yeah,
I'll go to the first day, which is right in my backyard, and then they leave. I'm going home.
I think Al's taking his Ram on the power tour for a leg this year.
Cool. Very cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jason's bummed because he didn't put a new chassis under his 66. Yeah. You gotta get that stuff done.
Yeah.
Oh, Tori told me what the Colorado 5-speed is. It's an AISIN, AISIN AR5 transmission.
Oh yeah, I've seen that name. Yeah, I've seen that name in spec sheets. I never knew what it was. I never knew who.
Yeah.
Is it that? It's almost like it's the American Society for International Nothingness. Like what the hell is it?
Yeah,
like it should stand for something, right? It's like
Yeah, it stands for something. Who knows?
It's like a spec. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's the stuff. A lot of the trannies they're making now ain't worth a damn. You know what I mean? They're really not. It's kind of sad.
Well, they're lightening up on stuff, for all sorts of reasons. I'm happy with the Tremec that I bought. The TKO 600. That's so far turned out to be a nice unit. Yeah,
a good transmission.
So the aftermarket is responding. They're doing the right thing.
Yeah,
and some of the factory stuff is cool. Oh, I tell you, the guy, one of the guys I work with, my friend's son, has an 08 Mustang GT, and he bought a Hurst short throw shifter for it. Mm-hmm. So leaving the shop last week, he's handing me the keys. I'm like, wow, I got my keys. He goes, no, take my car for a drive. I'm like, all right, man. I'm going around the side streets. You get up to the stop sign, you kind of like roll up in second, you kind of roll through. I was stopping. He goes, what are you doing? I said, I want to put it back in first and shift again. I want another gear. It is so cool. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Perfect position. You're sitting low. The tunnel's high. It's like really, really nice. Nice.
Yeah. That's cool.
Yeah, it is. It was nice. It was like under, I think it was about $130, $40. It was a nice mod. It took him a couple hours on a Sunday and all done.
Yeah. Yeah.
But, I picked up this a brazing rod I'm going to try. It's nickel. What the hell's the other half? Nickel bronze. I think nickel bronze alloy.
Silicon bronze.
Maybe it was silicon bronze. Yeah, it's they say it's fumeless or very low fume, so non-coated.
Get me the number on it.
Okay. Yeah, I just dropped it off the shop today. I gotta.
Yeah, get me the number on it.
Right.
I got it's right here. Yeah.
Yeah, I got a couple of brazing projects. I was talking to him today, and a couple of things I got to fix. I like
I'll
brazing.
actually send this up. I'll send this up to you when Tori comes down. Okay. Because I have the Lincoln one of this.
Oh, nice. That's great.
But what this is it has all the welding rods.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's cool.
So
that's good.
So you look it up. Now, the number, the ESOB, they all basically call it the same.
Mm-hmm.
It may just be a little bit different. Like I'm looking for one. See, like theirs is Wear Arc 40,
mm-hmm.
where Lincoln and Miller might just call it, Wear. It's
right.
It's something different, a little bit different.
Yeah,
but if you have the number, you can look it up. So like the numbers are the same because they have to be.
Right. All right.
Like ER70 and all that. So when Tori comes down next time, I'll send this up with him.
Cool.
And you'll be able to You'll be able to find what you got. And see, it tells you in the front how to read it.
Uh-huh.
It gives you all the info.
Oh, yeah. Breaks it down. Yeah. Excellent. Thank you. That'd be great.
It's a good book to have. And the new one is out. The new one is $50. I bought it on Amazon, I think, for $15. And it's
wow.
This is the 2012. And you know, for what we do,
right.
This is
if you're in industry and you're a union welder, you got to have all the
if you're doing like, you know, pipeline and all, you know, you're doing it every day, doing different, you know, crazy shit, doing stuff like Chris is doing, you know, unobtainium. Yeah, I'm sure he has a current one. We don't need a current one because we're not doing that. Yeah. And there's Dina finally.
What do you got here, John?
She's frozen with her hand in her face.
Yeah, it's like kind of that slow motion thing.
But yeah, I'll send.
And she's with the other guy too.
She's with the other guy. Hey, if you make coffee, I want some.
Well.
Oh, I thought that was Nathan in there.
We can't hear her.
We can't hear you, Dina.
Andrew would love this if he could see her but not hear her. Oh my God.
She's muted. Oh, there you go. Try that.
Nope.
Don't worry. I've had these problems for the last 3 weeks. It's okay.
Yeah, it's a process.
I tell you, man, this stuff is so finicky. It's terrible.
I know. There's a lot of issues.
And it's with every system we go to. I mean, there's something wrong with everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so many variables too. You know, everybody's computer and hookup and connection. It's all a variable.
Yeah. Yep. Oh yeah. Yeah, it's crazy. Makes a mess. Bada
bing.
Uh-oh.
I did see the video that Tori posted of Dina, the in-car, I mean, with Dina driving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love how for most of the run they drive with one hand.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Stop and think about it.
Well, I guess you got to figure it's over fast, so you know.
No, but still. She's back. And she's frozen.
You know, it's like driving, shifting, and taking a sip of the coffee. You know, you do it with one hand. You know, we all do it.
Yeah.
It's like, no thanks.
Dina, do you have
one earplug?
Yeah, I was trying to go back to not use the headset because my microphone is directional, so I can do that, but it won't let me do it for some reason. So
I like using my headset because I can hear it better.
Right.
You know? And for whatever reason I can't use it. It won't let me use it now. I don't know why. I ain't using it. I don't know why. But I did Tina and Lewis Lee got it going today. I had no idea what the hell was going on. So they did it today.
Yeah, Tina figured it out.
And there she goes. And
here she comes.
There we go. It's like musical boxes.
Hey, we're one step closer.
She's gonna start writing with the Sharpie on the paper, hold up answers.
Yeah. She knows we're really here. So that's good. That's something.
What is going on?
Hey, don't be a camera hog over there.
There he is. What a facha.
Dina, your hair's great.
Hey, he got our picture up on screen as soon as he got home, so we got to give him a drink.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Yeah, I don't know.
No idea.
Uh-oh.
Oh, Al's saying the mic with the line through keeps popping up on a picture. Yeah, because she has no audio, I guess.
Jason, we should do some voiceover. There you go. That'll be a mess. Okay, invite. She's saying invite. Go ahead.
All right, hold on.
We're having shorter and shorter interviews on Wednesday nights. You notice that? We're down to like 20 minutes now. We do a little pregame, do a quick interview, and then we do a little after show, and then we're done.
Well, Tori had her. I guess Tori did or Lewis Lee, one of the guys did the test run with her, and they said everything was fine.
Oh, damn. That's crazy.
Yeah. Hey, Nate, if you make coffee and want some.
All right, I invited her again. So, Lou, what were you going to ask me earlier?
Now look. Don't know.
I don't know. I forgot.
Something?
Your schedule's fine.
I have no idea.
Well, everybody that's watching us live, we're trying to get we're working on her.
We'll bring her back. Don't worry, we'll bring her back. It's totally unplanned. I think Tori's got like the next 4 weeks or 5 weeks booked. We'll get her back in. We'll get her back. Because we need to find out if remember she was saying didn't she have to pick up a car last time or something? Did she have to do something?
Yeah, I think so.
Next week is Bradley Finch.
Is that the one I just got today? No, Brian Sutter came
right,
today.
there she goes.
Hey.
Kinda. Hey, we can hear you.
Say something,
You
Dina.
can hear me?
Yes,
Wow,
we can.
voice.
Barely.
Try and use the headset. Might not recognize it.
Okay.
Can you hear us?
All right. Yeah.
Can you hear you?
Yep. So, what was the problem?
I don't know.
Use the arrow.
I have no idea.
All right. Well, welcome to Plan in Traffic.
I have to turn the light on.
That's probably one of the problems.
All right.
Don't argue with the crew chief.
Yeah.
Good luck. Good luck with that. Don't argue with the crew chief. Yeah, the driver knows best.
Yeah.
The
The world record holder
butt.
driver.
How about that? Take a hike. Get out.
Well,
Get out.
And call me and say, hey, shit, don't work.
Yeah, I get to hear that in my headset.
We just did too.
I don't even want to tell you what I have to hear from him. People are like, oh, you should do that live radio thing, where you have the radio and in the car.
Oh no.
Oh, hell no, not unless you have a 5-second dump button. I ain't using that in my
Yeah.
car. Not gonna happen.
I don't want to have to worry about what I say. You know?
Because that's like they get mad at drivers if they get out of the car and something just happened, like the Nitro drivers, and they're like, oh, they said XYZ. I'm like, they just maybe threw a 10,000 horsepower car almost into the wall. I might have an expletive or two.
Right. Right.
I mean,
So hey, you need to introduce yourself because we're live on YouTube, and you're late, so we need to know who you are.
You're late.
I didn't mean to be late. I was on time. Look, I even have my tiara with me.
We can't see the top of your head though. That's
There it is.
nice. Is that from your confirmation?
Actually, this
For
is
your first
the tiara
communion.
I wore this for the royal wedding.
Oh,
For the royal wedding?
Yeah. I watched it on TV, drinking champagne at like 5 o'clock in the morning.
Oh,
Wearing a tiara and lashes. My husband was like, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm in the royal wedding.
right?
Oh
Anyway,
my God.
hi, Dina Parise, for those of you who have no clue who I am.
What do you do, Dina? Tell the people who have no clue what you do.
So I am, oh, look, here, I can give you that. See? That's me. And that's Stella. So I drive a 3,000 horsepower Cadillac named Stella. And it's a Pro Mod. And I guess that's about it, right?
Yeah,
No,
that's
no
all.
big deal. It's just
3,000 horse.
It's a promo. It's no big deal.
3,000 horsepower worth of fun. And I make Al Handy, yes, and I make meatballs. I do.
We remember.
Hey, I made rice on broccoli.
Broccoli raw. I was just gonna say the broccoli raw was Chris's favorite, and Chris
Right.
says hello. By the way, he's up in Connecticut, living happily, and he extends his warm greetings. And we all love
How
you
many
guys.
little chitlins does he have now?
One little girl.
Here's the one. Oh, so
Yeah.
cute.
And Al Handy said you make meatballs.
Oh yeah.
I do.
Lou,
That's what the name Spicy Meatball came from.
When Dina and Andrew would come into the studio, and they were in quite a lot, they would bring like trays. It was like we were getting catered. Trays of food were coming in. It's like steaming hot. People are sticking their head around the corner. Like, what? Rob Leonard used to like, oh, food? What do you got? Like, get the hell out of here. That's for us.
Oh, Rob Leonard used to, when he knew I was coming in, he'd be opening the door. Hey, what do you got today?
And we would never offer him anything. We'd make him sweat it out until the end.
That's funny.
Yeah, it was good stuff.
So they could smell that garlic all the way down the hallway.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Love garlic. Oh, can't get enough.
So, Dina, what you do any races so far this season, or what are you up to?
We're currently on hold. We're regrouping a little bit, which I'm totally fine with. No, I'm really lying. I'm not fine with that, but I don't have a choice but to be fine with that.
Mm-hmm.
We're super lucky because I have to go into like the serious stuff now. We're super lucky because I have companies, and I'm going to look at my paper, make sure I don't miss anybody, like Speedwire. So if anyone has seen the car in its current state, you can go on any of my social media. It's there. It has a really cool military themed wrap. And it's a thank you for your service for military members and first responders. I know Tori will like that one. And Speedwire Systems, they actually were the ones who backed getting the wrap done. And they're a Canadian company. So kudos to Gil at Speedwire. And, you know, Speedwire is fantastic. You'll never chase an electrical problem again using their products. I have to say that.
Speedwire.
And companies like Lucas Oil, CRC, DJ Safety, Crankit Media, Brow Bell Housing, P10 Marketing, all of these companies, no matter, even though we're not currently racing, are still behind us. So that's super cool. That
is cool.
Very proud of that.
It's very cool. Actually, I do have a question for you that I didn't ask you last time. I mean, I know you ran in the IHRA for the longest time, and now you're in the NHRA. Does the NHRA finally, have they started running a full schedule for the pro mods?
No. So I'm hoping that we're going to run, that's our goal, is to run NHRA next year. So I will throw this plug out there. Anyone looking to back a pro mod team, here we are.
Hey, how can we get a Planet Traffic sticker on your car?
We'll chat.
She had a Motor Mouth Radio sticker on her car at one point.
I did for the longest time.
Really?
I got me a new one. For the longest time I did.
Yeah.
I did. And I think you got some new fans from that, because people would ask me all the time. Probably. And I would tell them. So yeah.
I got you a fan today because the guy, my buddy's grandpa at the shop, was looking at my T-shirt. And he says, "You got the coolest shirts. Where'd you get that?" I'm like, old friend, come on.
Old friend.
Yeah, that was that car is still hanging around, and the paint job is similar. They kept part of it and they painted over a little bit of it. But it's hard for me to see that car out there just because I had such a history with it, you know.
Race cars are like kids, you know.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So, to answer your question, so we're hoping to run NHRA, and Pro Mod is actually a series and not a class, for one. So I don't know that they'll ever run a full schedule. It's also super expensive to run a full.
Oh yeah, I know. Yeah.
So I don't know that that 24 races is a lot of races. So I don't know that'll happen. And I don't think it's a bad thing, because when pro mods come around, people are so excited to see them because they're just crazy, insane. And now there's, we have nitrous and blower and turbo and now Pro Charger. So, I'm not sure about the NHRA rules for the Pro Charger yet. So we're gonna have to wait and see on that.
Well, my thing has always been, I think if they bring Pro Mod on full time, TV wise, something's gonna have to go, because they don't. they're already maxed out on TV. So what's it going to be? You know, I mean, they're not going to take away Top Fuel. They're not going to take away Funny Car. So you know, something's going to have to go. That's my opinion. You know, so I think it would either be Super Stock or the bikes, and they've been really pushing the bikes.
Both of them are strong.
Yeah, and they don't really. They show like with Pro Stock. I get a little upset because I don't feel like they show Pro Stock enough of. I don't feel like they give Pro Stock enough time.
It was a lot bigger back in like the late, mid to late 70s. That was when Pro Stock was huge.
That's when it was big. But see, also in Pro Stock in that time, they were making major leaps. Yeah. You know what I mean? Their times were dropping fast. The speeds were going up. Now, I mean, don't get me wrong. Pro Stock is cool, and they're probably one of the most technical cars on the track.
I love the way they launch.
But when you look at them, though, everybody's separating the field by 1/10 of a second. You know what I mean? It's good racing. Don't get me wrong, but they're just straight down the track. Very rarely do you see anything happen to them. It's not like they grenade engines and transmissions regularly. Right. They're not swerving away guardrails regularly. You know what I mean? Yeah. They're cool, but it's like you can set your watch by them. and I think, and that's why I say I think that my opinion would be that they would go. You know, and they've been really pushing the bikes hard the last few years. You know, but Pro Stock is there, and I don't know. I think that would have to go.
Nitro Harley is, if anyone has been watching and paying attention, Nitro Harley is, they wear Kevlar vests. They are insane. Yeah. Insane. We ran with a lot of those guys at IHRA, and I remember just being next to those bikes, just them starting up was pure insanity. Oh, it's great. It was great. I love it. That's one of my favorite classes, I have to say. And I still love Pro Stock, and they've been I don't know how many races it's going to be this year, but they're going to have guest races for Mountain Motor Pro Stock. And some of our friends from Long Island, like John Montecalvo Paving, and John Placino, they can go over and run NHRA for this kind of small spectacle that they're going to be putting on, which is cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I know somebody that we're going to get on the show who rides a bike. Yeah. I can't say.
Who was the woman that you hooked up with? I can't remember this show. Remember the tall brunette?
Yes.
That's Jeanette.
Jeanette, right? The Pro Stock bike, yeah.
She's like 45 minutes from me. Yeah. Yeah. She didn't run.
Super cool. She's so nice.
Well, she's got an announcement. I'm not going to say anything, but it looks like she's going to have a really cool announcement, and I'm gonna reach out to her, and then do the text between her and Tori and get her on. Good. But she's got some stuff in the works. So she called me Monday. We talked on Monday, and if this happens, it's going to be huge for her. It's going to be good for her, I should say. Good. Really good for her.
She's really good. I'm a big fan of hers. So
yeah. I mean, her and her husband are just great people. They really are.
Did we hook you two up at SEMA last year, or the year before?
I met her last year at ADRL.
Oh, okay.
Michigan, I think we were.
I met her 3 or 4 years ago at the Speedway.
I'd like to get everybody together at SEMA. All the Planet Traffic people.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah,
that'd be pretty cool.
SEMA's awesome. SEMA is definitely a good place to be. We ran into one another at SEMA this year. That was fun.
Yeah.
Now let me ask you this:
we met Dana face to face because we've only met on the internet. We've never.
Well, no, I met her last year. You were working.
I know, but I'm saying. I mean, that meeting her at SEMA was the first time I actually seen her first face to face. because we've done she 3 times already on here, right? Is this your third or 4th time?
Yeah.
So I've seen her here,
Maybe
but
not
I
my
don't.
face. I think it was kind of the top of my head because you're so tall. But yeah.
I'm only 6'4".
I'm only 5 feet.
Yeah, hey, she came and gave me a hug at SEMA, and like she was like around my waist. I'm like,
wow.
But
Dina,
yeah,
can you tell us something about the photo shoot you did with Melissa Golden?
Yes, thank you. So, for those of you who don't know, and I don't really care about saying it, I'm actually 52. I turned 52 in January. So AARP did an article on me for their Disrupt Aging kind of tour that they're doing. And the only way to disrupt your aging is with 3,000 horsepower, I guess, right?
That helps.
yeah.
So they did a really nice piece, and Melissa took some really cool photos. I had posted some in my Instagram stories, and then I'm sure I'll post them on my page. I just have the stuff that they posted, and the article is either in my Instagram bio or you can find it on Facebook, and I have to upload it to our website.
okay,
Nice. Yeah, she did some nice work. Very nice.
Yeah, she really did. She did some cool work. The picture of me in the helmet is actually me sitting on the floor in front of the tire of the car, like wedged in the tire of the car. Yeah.
I saw that.
You really couldn't tell where it was taken.
Yeah.
And we got Twizzler in on the act.
Yep.
Andrew, myself, and Twizzler. So.
I mean, over the years, there's been a few photos of you that were really close up crop shots like that. Every single one of them was fantastic because it shows, the set of your eyes. It shows the determination and the seriousness. And I love those shots. I just like that.
Yeah, and the helmet pulls the bags down. So that's always good too.
Yeah. Try Chamonix,
Gotta know how to adjust the helmet.
Yeah, right. The cheek pads.
You guys see the car?
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Oh, there she is.
Yeah. Wow.
That is sweet.
Yeah.
Now is that you and the hubby kissing?
No, that's the famous kissing photo.
From what was it?
VJ Day, in the World War II.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So and on the other side, there's a picture of the USS Missouri, and that was taken by a photographer that let me utilize it, which is really cool. So nice. So he does some great work. So
it's awesome.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find the other side. Not working. So now this year at SEMA, will you be doing your announcing or? I'm
not sure. So a couple of years ago, I worked for Power Auto Media and did their interviews throughout, with a lot of the people that were on site, whoever they happened to put me with. And that was a lot of fun because it was nice to kind of be on the other side and get to do some more things. That's on my YouTube. I got to interview Tony Schumacher in the Heights booth. That was a lot of fun. He was super nice, and it was about his, his Trans Am build, which is pretty cool. And so I got to do a lot of really cool things. It's fun.
Yeah, look, you were having fun because you were all over the place too.
I know. I know. I know. I should have worn one of those things where you could count your steps because I could just imagine how many steps we took. And it's funny because the guy, Wes, that was my cameraman, was super tall. And he would always look behind him and go, "Where'd you go?" And I'd be like, "I'm down here." Because he was like 6'5". And every time he turned around, he was looking over my head.
Wow.
It was very funny.
Now listen, are you real expensive? Because this year we're going to have one of our guys, Terry. He's going to be doing some stuff for us. And we'd love to put you two together.
Is expensive?
Yeah. Are you expensive? Because we need a.
It struck me really funny.
You get all that stuff here on this show. It's you never know. You never know.
I'm sorry.
As an announcer, gutter minds.
You have to say that first, Louis. You got to say that first.
Oh, call me. If you need help, definitely call me. I'd love to go back in that capacity. It really was a lot of fun. I enjoyed it. And I enjoyed getting to meet, the different companies and see their products, things that I hadn't seen before. So it really kind of gave me a little edge. I mean, the best was they put me with a clutch company, and he and I had a conversation because I don't run a clutch. I've been running a converter since forever. Yes, I'm still in Atlanta, Vince. And it's funny because we talk about that. We talk about running clutch versus converter. When we started running a converter, it was back in 2009. And that was when it was not cool. Like, people thought we were crazy. They were like, you're going to run a converter? And Andrew was one of the first cars to run a 6-flat. It was a 6-flat with a 4. I remember it very well. And it sucked a valve at the same time. Yeah, it's crazy. And it's funny how things have evolved. Now most people are running a converter and not running a clutch.
Yeah.
I do still leave off a clutch pedal though, and I do still shift. I really don't want to put auto shift in the car, and I prefer not to leave off a button. So.
What tranny is in that? I remember you told me, but
it's a Bruno. It's a Bruno with a Lenko, and
that's what it was. Yeah,
it's 3-speed. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember you told us. I just couldn't remember.
Yeah. Everything is run by air. If you go to my YouTube, there's a 15-minute video which actually takes you through the whole process. It starts with me in the shop, kind of showing you around the cockpit of the car, and then. Sorry.
There you are.
Dina, cut it out.
Yeah. She's fast. She just zips around.
Yeah.
Well, I got a kick out of seeing even the parachute is air assist. That's cool.
Really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, me either.
All right. We'll still talk about it.
We can see you. Can you hear us?
Oh, you can see me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I couldn't see me. I thought you couldn't see me.
Yeah.
Don't touch anything.
Yeah, don't pick your nose.
I know.
Don't touch anything.
Yeah, John got the CO2 launcher for the parachute. We were just talking about how you even have an air assist parachute, which is cool.
John's probably gonna put one on his Firebird.
And it comes out with the with the 2 paddles. So we have dual. So no springs.
Yeah.
Wow. I didn't know they went to that.
Yeah.
Now I got a question. Are you seeing more women starting to get into the racing?
Oh, absolutely. And I'm trying to see if I can't see my comments. I know that that Sarah was in here earlier.
I think she's still in the
And big hi to Sarah. So there's a lot more women now in the sport than there used to be. And we don't meet so many knuckle draggers like I used to.
Draggers.
That's why you come here.
Yeah.
Yeah, really.
Hey, Sarah, do you want to jump on the screen? We'll kick Ray out for a minute.
Yeah. Yeah, I asked Tori if you want to come in.
I think we're going to bring her back. We're going to have Sarah come back. I told Tori to talk to her.
Yeah, but
we shuffled everybody around. So I don't know. I'm going to find out.
All right, hold on. Let's see. All right, Ray, I'm going to bump you for a minute.
All right, Dina, see you later.
Sarah.
Where she be?
She's coming. Hit the button, Sarah.
Now Sarah's going to have trouble.
Yeah. It's so glitchy today.
It is. I don't know what's going on. Probably because you're too expensive.
Yeah, that must be it. Oh, my.
It's not letting her in. What is going on with this system?
I'll see. It's not just me.
Yeah, she's expensive too. There she is.
There she is.
Hi.
Yes.
What up?
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Yeah.
Okay. Hi, Dina.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm peachy.
So now we have the two fastest women on the East Coast, or this side of the Mississippi.
We'll take
There
it.
you go.
Yeah, definitely.
Cool. Awesome. So hold on. Jeff just he typed in there, greetings from Texas. He's a new listener to the show. Thanks to Dina.
Oh, thank you, Jeff, for showing up.
Really? Thanks for coming by.
I can't touch anything, so I can't see any comments right now.
Might kick you off.
That's what I'm afraid of.
Yeah. When I logged in, I was like, oh no.
Don't feel bad. I couldn't get on for 3 weeks.
Yeah,
Seriously.
who did we have on last week?
Yes. It's bad.
We could hear him, but we couldn't see him.
Yeah. It was a mess. Talking about witness protection program.
Yeah.
You know? So you're not racing right now. So when do you plan on getting back in the car? Next season or late this season? Because I didn't ask you when we were talking about, huh?
Are you talking to me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So our goal is an IHRA for 2020.
Okay.
So that's pretty much what we're focusing on marketing wise. So,
Okay.
hopefully we'll be able to get out there and fill in with some other races in between. That's our goal for sure. So we're just, like I said, we're regrouping right now. Again, thankfully, our marketing partners are sticking with us, and and I have some other stuff on my plate. I don't know if anybody is an animal lover. I created the Pickles Project, and that's been up and running.
Mm-hmm. Remember you telling us last time, yeah.
Yeah, so that's website and social media, and that's been a lot of fun. I've actually gotten to interview some of the canine handlers that are on Live PD. So there's some cool stuff on there.
Yeah.
And,
Is that on your YouTube channel?
There is. It has a website, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.
Okay,
so
what's the
platform anybody likes?
Okay, tell us the whole name of it so people can search it.
It's the Pickles Project.
The Pickles Project. Okay.
Pickles Project.
That's a cute name.
Well, Pickles was our dog that we got. So we had Bella for 15 years, and everybody knew Bella the pug. And she passed away, and I swore I'd never get another animal. And then come across this little girl. She was 6.5 pounds, a Brussels Griffon. And we kept saying we thought that something was wrong with her. And the vets were like, no, she's fine. She's fine. When they put her under for her, to be spayed, she died on the table. And she was only 8 months old. So I kind of felt like we were let down by those that we were trusting. I don't really want to call people out. That's how I felt. So I wanted to create the Pickles Project to really for animals overall, do a little with some different rescue groups and that kind of thing. And also to try and educate our veterinarian in New York, Dr. Alan Corn. He has West Hills Veterinary Group. It's West Hills Animal Hospital, I should say. He's lending some content to us and helping us out, and I'm very thankful for that. And we actually just drove from Georgia to New York to have our dog that we have now. Her name is Twizzler, to have her looked at by him. So
wow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Man.
Twizzler.
I like the names.
Twizzler.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And they
Yeah, no
picked
kidding.
Those names. They were adopted with those names. So
Oh.
yeah. Yeah, Twizzler is a riot, and but she's got a lot of anxiety, so it's something that we're trying to deal with and help her with, and that's something that I'm actually just starting to write a piece about for families that have dogs that have, she has severe separation anxiety and crazy. She's afraid of everything. So we've been dealing with that for the last year or so.
How does she do at the track? Does she go with you?
She's been to the track a couple of times. She did okay. I don't want to say she did great. She did okay. But, she still she's still getting over the separation anxiety. So when we leave the motorhome, it's like game on.
Oh.
Yeah. So it's hard. But we're working on it. She's about 13 pounds. She's a cutie. And she's a Brussels. So, it's the aim of the website really is just to kind of bring more awareness to help people help to make. I'm not a veterinarian, obviously. I play one in my head, which is on my disclaimer. But we want to just help people, kind of point them in the right direction to get good information for the pets.
Yeah.
Important.
Now, my question is, do the dogs wear hearing protection at the track?
It's funny. When we first got Bella, I remember we were at Maple Grove and we sat, and she loved everything. Nothing bothered her. And this one's the complete opposite. But we sat in the stands watching the jet cars, as a matter of fact. And we tried to cover her ears and she shook us off, and she used to watch the cars go down the racetrack.
Really?
Craziest thing. We could start the car. She had a stroller. We could start the car up with her in the stroller, and she would sleep through the whole thing. She didn't care about anything.
I'm surprised the jets didn't bother her ears because it's so different than listening to a motor. A motor is loud, but to me, a jet is like deafening in your eardrum. Yeah. It just penetrates your head.
I know. Yeah. And I agree. But, and it's funny. We were like, does she have a hearing problem? But here's how we figured out she didn't. Just open up a piece of cheese. That cheese wrapper. She'll come running from Connecticut. So we knew she could hear just fine. It oddly just nothing bothered her.
Wow.
Yeah, we were lucky that way. So
that's crazy. Jeez.
But we did also I just redid my Dina Parise website, and so there's a lot of. It's a new look for one. Another thing that I'm doing is Woman Crush Wednesday. I'll be coming out with those periodically. So far, I've talked about Bunny Burkett, who is a good friend of mine and an inspiration, and my grandma. But I also do mentorship programs. That's another thing that I've started, and that's for elite athletes, racers. Anyone, and we can talk about their branding and interview processes and all that kind of stuff.
Cool.
Well, let us know if you need us to put anything on the Plan and Traffic, website or All Ends Magazine. We can put stuff over there too.
Oh, awesome! Thank you.
Whatever you need.
Yeah, I'll send you over some stuff.
Sounds good. That's why we're here.
Exactly.
Yeah, except Lou doesn't know how to answer his messages in LinkedIn.
Huh?
Yeah.
Lou don't. I look at his messages in LinkedIn.
Yeah, I'm gonna lie to you. You're better off calling. You're better off calling me. I don't. I check Facebook like once a month if you're lucky. I'm serious. I just don't.
I wish I could do that. I can't.
I know, right?
Right, yeah. Sarah. I mean, we're like.
I feel like it's a full-time job.
It is. That's why I don't do it.
Hey, look, every once in a while I'll go through and check his messages. I'm like, well, I think he might need this one, and I'll send it to him.
Yeah, I don't because I do the show, I teach. I got so much else. I do so much stuff. I'm not going to sit in front of the computer at night and do it. I'm not going to do it.
Yeah.
I go on LinkedIn. And the last time I went on LinkedIn was probably 8 months. I had 800 friends requests on LinkedIn. Yeah, It's not that. It's not that. I just say yes to everybody. Huh?
You have to weed your way through those.
I just hit accept.
I will tell you why. I had a company from, they must have been from China. Yeah, that's where they were from. And they wound up just spamming my email. And that
really?
came out of LinkedIn. So yeah, be careful. Make sure you kind of know who you're accepting.
Okay. Yeah. I'm so busy doing other stuff. I don't have time to do it. And I stay up late anyway. Like I go to bed every night at about 1 o'clock in the morning. Like I'll get done here. I'll have a cup of coffee. I'll do some stuff. And I'm just not going to sit up longer doing that. Because the few times that I did do it, it was 4 o'clock in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
It's just you know what? I'm not going to do it.
Yeah.
I'm just not going to do it.
I've gotten up in the middle of the night and answered tweets and
Oh yeah, and there's a Twitter account too. He has a Twitter account too.
Hey, listen.
Twitter account. You do?
Yeah, he does. He has all of them. But listen, every once in a while,
doesn't use any.
well, listen, every once in a while, I'll see a post come up, and I'm like, "Oh no, Lou's been hacked." And then I'll think, well, wait a minute, it must have been him. You know, once every 6 months, he'll get a post.
Seriously, I don't do it. I keep my wife, she resigned her position and she wants to go become a yoga instructor. We lost Dina again. She disappeared on us. And
Where did she go?
I don't know. She's been having trouble over there. She is. But
because my phone is low on juice.
Oh, okay. But
so
I keep telling my wife she was a paralegal for 26 years and she got tired of the stress, so she resigned her position and now she wants to go become a yoga instructor. So I keep telling her that she needs to be my sexetary.
Mm-hmm.
So I keep telling her she needs to be my sexetary and take care of all that. That's what she needs to do.
There you go. And she said, "No, thank you."
Yeah. She didn't even answer me. She's I don't understand it. I don't get it. So yeah, it's pretty bad. It's like Vince is asking me right now if I found the ad for the K100. I haven't looked.
At least you're honest.
Yeah.
Yeah, Vince, I've seen it.
I'm not gonna lie about it because the moment I say, "Oh yeah, I know exactly what you said," I'm gonna have no clue, and it's gonna be something important. Or I'm gonna turn and get my ass handed to me. No, I didn't do it.
So
Hey,
funny.
Vince, I've seen it, but I didn't know if that was the one I needed to send him. You got to put a star after it, so I'll know to send it to him.
Yeah.
Exclamation points.
Something. Yeah, I'm pretty bad. I ain't gonna lie about it. I'm pretty bad. I am serious. I'm so serious. Yep. Like when I do go on Facebook, I make sure everything's turned off. So I can get in, get out. Like I'll scroll down a couple days up and see you later. Bye.
Oh my God.
Yeah. One of these days I might get it together. One of these days. I doubt it.
I don't know.
I doubt it.
Not sounding positive.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of these days. I might do it. I don't know. They say that they got all this software where you can, like when you send it out, it hits all of them. Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn does it all.
There's a few of them. Like
But I have no idea about it. I heard they have.
Yeah.
It's called Hootsuite.
It's called
Hootsuite. Now you see, like, can you see? This is when I post all Lou stuff. See, it's all of his social media. So I make one post and then send it everywhere. So the reason he gets all those requests in LinkedIn is because I sent a post out.
Yeah. And one of the problems with that is you have to answer stuff every once in a while too.
Yeah.
Yep.
Every once in a while.
It's like right now it's coffee time.
I just had mine a little while ago.
It's coffee time, so that's
Andrew's
what I'm gonna
probably
go do
downstairs
in a
having
few
some
minutes.
espresso though.
At 10:30, I'll sign off and I'm gonna go do coffee. So I'm
There
gonna
you
do.
go. And then check your Facebook.
I'm a ninja.
Check
My
his
knucklehead
Facebook.
son running behind me. Yeah, check Facebook. That's funny. That's funny. That's funny. I write down the passwords because I can never remember it because I'm gone from it so long. I gotta write down the passwords.
Wait a minute. I got that too. I got a cheat sheet for Lou. He'll call me. He goes, "You know my password?" Wait a minute.
I think you might make a buck if you charge him like per password as you.
Hey.
Right?
Like a
down.
gateway fee.
Calm down. Don't start giving out ideas, okay?
Hey, I can go in and change his password once a month. I'm like, Lou, I don't know.
Security reasons.
Wrong stuff.
Don't laugh. I did that to my husband when we had his 40th birthday party. I was flying a friend of ours in from Vegas to New York who sings, and I had to use our points from like American Express.
Yeah.
And he was in the UK, I think, and he was trying to change his seat to come home. And he couldn't get into the account because I kept locking him out so that he wouldn't see that I bought this ticket because there was no points left. So he kept saying to me, "I can't get into the account. What's going on?" I'm like, "Gee, I don't know. I'm going to have to call customer service." And I kept saying I was calling customer service, and then he'd somehow make his way in again. I'm like, "Oh," and then I had to call and change the password really quick so that he couldn't access anything.
Awesome.
Poor guy. He's
Yeah.
probably going
Well,
crazy. Like, I know.
Oh, you know he was. You know he was.
It's kind of like, he hasn't signed a check or anything in like 20 years.
Yeah.
I'm just, okay, this is good. When you used to get like your income tax check in the mail, I'd sign it, put it in the bank. He's like, did the income tax? I don't know if it came. I don't remember.
I'll tell you what, Tina, my wife, she signs any checks that come in under my name. And one time I went to the bank and I signed a check. And I'm like, yeah, it is. What are you talking about? That's when I found out. Like, what are you talking about?
He finally figured it out. He's like, well, where is this? Where is that? I'm like, dude, I've been forging your name for 20 years.
Get it together, man.
Girls got to do.
That's so funny. Jeez.
Yeah. I don't know if he's watching. If he is, he's probably going, "Yep."
Yeah, he's changing all the passwords right now.
He don't know how to get him to change.
He doesn't know how to get into anything.
Dina's gonna call us. Damn it, guys! Why'd you bring that up?
He doesn't even know how to get into anything. Don't worry about it. Oh, good. That's how I keep my nest egg.
There you go.
God.
Yeah.
Hey, everybody that's live on YouTube or anybody that's in the chat room, I need to see people's names start popping up as subscribers in YouTube. You know what I mean? Because we need peoples.
Exactly. And you know what else? Because Dina had so much trouble getting on, we'll have Tori schedule it again so we can get her on so we can get the full hour. That way we can because I know a lot of people came before Dina, so we'll get that taken care of.
Yeah, I apologize for the glitch.
And then we'll get Sarah, and Sarah's coming back on too, so she'll be back on. And it's coffee time, so I'm going to sign out. Bring Ray in if you want, Lewis.
Okay.
Because you know Ray will have questions. And then that way we're good.
Sounds good.
Sarah, I'm gonna run away because it's coffee time.
See you
Bye.
later.
Enjoy.
I'm getting all fidgety and I'm going through withdrawals.
All right. Talk to you later.
All right, later.
Bye.
All right, we'll get Ray in. Wait a minute. Where's my switch at? Here we go. I'm going to put Ray in, then I'm going to jump out too because I have an early day tomorrow. And I appreciate you ladies coming on. As always, a pleasure.
Lewis, question.
Was it me?
When you jump out, can you bring John in?
I don't know. I didn't figure out how to do that yet.
Because John's got a ton of stuff to add.
Does he?
Yeah, I don't know if that could happen. Yeah, oy vey, that's right.
John G?
I can get out.
Yeah.
Okay,
well,
Sarah.
Yeah. Ask you stuff too.
Yeah, I'll let.
Yeah, but it's Dina's day.
Yeah, get out of here, Sarah.
We'll bring you back for Sarah Day.
It's fine. What, Miriam?
All right, Sarah. Thank you for coming on to visit us.
All right, I just exit out of this, I guess.
Good seeing you, Sarah. Oh, Lewis will just dump you out. He'll dump you right out the window. Don't worry.
I'll throw you out the window.
Yeah.
See ya. All right, who do we want? John, you said?
Yeah.
Is it John G?
Yes.
Wait a minute. I don't see him. He's not here.
He was there a second ago. Yeah, I see him. He was in the chat room. Chassis John.
He's not. Wait a minute. Oh, there he is. I got you. Hold on, John. I'm getting you in.
La, 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 la.
We'll just hope my phone doesn't die.
That's what happened last week.
Yeah.
I guess.
Dina, listen. I'll get a hold of you sometime this week, and we'll talk about some cross stuff.
Okay.
Cross marketing, all that good stuff.
Yeah,
all righty. Thanks
Thank you.
Okay, thanks for coming on, and we will talk to you later.
All right.
Fellas. See you
Good night,
when I
Lewis.
see you.
All right. See ya.
Yeah. Oy vey.
Oh, God.
Oy vey's Mia.
All right.
Unbelievable.
It's the New York hour. We took over. Look at this. It's
I know.
all.
Look at that.
It's all New York.
Hour.
Yeah. We tend to do that, Dina. You know how it goes.
I know. See how we are?
Yeah, it's just a thing. We do it all the time.
That's it. It's very good.
I was just speaking of New York. I was just looking and seeing how the AutoZeum is.
Yeah, it's going.
You know what? I kind of thought that was going to happen once there was a change of power.
It's exactly what happened.
For anyone who doesn't know, the AutoZeum is in Mineola, Long Island. Coolest place on earth. Andy Perillo was doing classes there for fabrication and movie special effects and all that kind of stuff. And Mike had some cars. Didn't he stored some cars there too?
Oh, yeah. Well, Andy was George Barris's East Coast rep. So we had, I say we, because we were like the radio affiliate of the AutoZeum.
Yeah.
We had the Batmobile, one of the original Batmobiles there. The Dragula was there. The Monkey's coach was there. The Monkey Mobile car, Speed Racer car, Herbie Lovebug, a whole bunch of stuff. The Aston Martin DB5 from Dr. No. Yeah, a whole bunch of stuff. And you're exactly
cool
right. Yeah, cool stuff indeed. When the county legislator, when Magana was out, now Laura Kern came in, it's politics. It's like, hey, you know what? They're not on my team. Out.
But and you know what though? Here's the thing about that is it was a great place for families to go, for people who needed an affordable education, for a craft to go. Yeah. And they nixed it. Like that's just pure stupidity to me.
I think the thing, and the AutoZeum, we would always tell people it was a automotive museum, but it was a teaching museum. And that was where Andy came in and taught the classes, the fabrication classes, vacuum forming, metal fat, all sorts of.
Him vacuum form that phone.
That vacuum forming machine is up for grabs. Like Mike doesn't know what to do with that. This Saturday, by the way, coming up is the garage sale. They're, setting up everything out on County Seat Drive, and everything that's there is up for sale. A lot of small
Wow.
stuff, because they bought a lot of small hand tools and, grinders, drills, drill bits, like tons of stuff. And like Andy would buy 10 and 12 of everything. But there's some welders. And actually, I wish I had space for it. They have a big, like a 60-inch sheet metal brake and a bending, a bending jig and a brake.
Bending, yeah.
And I wish I just made aluminum top for the workbench at the shop today at Mike's. I work at Mike's shop in Oceanside, his second shop. And I just made a top for the workbench. He came in and goes, "Whoa, what happened?" Like, I beautified the place. How'd you do that? I'm like, took some aluminum from work. I said, I sectioned it and screwed it down, and we bent it in place. I said, it wouldn't fit in my bender at work. So I had he goes, "Well, there's one at the AutoZine you could have used." I'm like, "Yeah, would I go back and forth?" So stuff like that. There's the big things. Andy made an English wheel that's huge and handmade. That's going. And that vacuum forming machine. Mike said, yeah. He goes, "I don't know what's going to happen to that. It's probably going to end up in a landfill somewhere," which is a shame.
That is so sad.
Because you could duplicate anything with that. It's not as good as Star Trek, but close. It's not like in the Orville they have like the replicator.
And the big limo.
That is up on eBay.
I saw
and
it.
Mike, did you see it? Okay.
Yes,
so Mike thinks it looks like he has a buyer. I don't want to mention the guy's name because the deal isn't done yet. The guy has a couple of large collections, and we were just talking about it today. We don't know, the guy was going to take it down south, and now he asked Mike if he would want to get involved with restoring it or putting a team together to restore it up here. So I don't know. That's all up in the world. That's all up in the air. It was the world's longest limo. Jay Orberg had built it, and actually, Mike was hoping that Jay had expressed interest in buying it back, and then that fell through. So
is that Cadillac?
Yes, it's like
and it had the pool in the back.
It's got a spot.
That was weird because somebody posted a picture of that on Facebook yesterday.
It was Mike, I think.
Yeah, probably.
Oh, okay.
It was Mike.
It's actually in two sections.
In a parking lot. Yeah.
Yeah, it's at the AutoZine. It's behind where Sears is on Franklin Avenue in Garden City. It's like Franklin Avenue and 11th. If you come out of the back of Sears, you're looking at the back of the AutoZine, and that's where that limo is.
Yeah.
So I think he's got a deal going for that. But there's some other cars for sale too. I'm not sure which one. Some of the cars they took in to do as project cars that never got done. They had some pretty interesting stuff. Mike and Andy took a lot of stuff to Meekum last year and to the auction, and they sold a lot of stuff off at the auction. And so it's sad that it's an end of an era, but now it's a matter of they have trailers of stuff that has to go. So
it just amazes me.
Yeah, well, that's what happened. I know. It's like you said, change of the guard, and it wasn't in her interest to keep it, and. Magano was a car.
You know what? It serves the community. Why should it be in her interest to keep it?
I know.
The thing was, out there for you.
Ed Mangano was a car guy. He had a Corvette, and not hardcore. He's not like he wouldn't come here and hang with us, but he's into cars. So for him to be affiliated with that was cool. Dina, you came to the show at the Eisenhower Park every year, the cruise to the show. And of course, Mike, he'd always ask Mike to bring his stuff. And it was a great draw. It was really just a cool draw. Yep. And he saw the benefit in it.
Huge. How many cars did they have at that show? It was huge.
Oh, thousands. Yeah.
And now they have it now where at the beach, right?
No, they actually were going to do it again. Now what happened is Eisenhower, that show went away because now the county doesn't really care about cars anymore. So what happened is some of the guys who were working under Ed now work for the town of Oyster Bay. And on the 26th or the 28th, the last Sunday in this month, the town of Oyster Bay is doing a car show at Tobay Beach. That's kind of the old cruise to the show. It's the same kind of crew. Except
Tobay. Right. I was thinking Gilgo, but right.
No, right. Under the Oyster Bay auspice, and guess what? Motormouth Radio is doing a live remote from that show. So we'll be there broadcasting. Yeah. So
well, you have to keep us posted.
Yeah, it's going to be cool. So so things just reshuffle. The deck reshuffles, and you move on. You move on, and you go back. The thing that always got me was they gave the AutoZine. Well, they didn't give, but they let the AutoZine use the buildings that were derelict. It was an old. They had truck garages, sanitation garages. It was a long string of garages. They just sat there. They were in disrepair. And they even told Mike and Andy, listen, when you come in, it's yours. Do what you want. But the place is, it's a real shithole, So they put a ton of money in there, just rehabbing it, painting, repairing, doing stuff, and said, okay, we'll. They took that on themselves. That was fine. And now, of course, the answer was when they said, well, we want you out. Well, why? Well, we need the space. Yeah, we have to put trucks in there now.
What are they going to do with it?
They had nothing in there before. So, of course, they had to say something, I guess, but whatever. It's.
Did they say what they were going to do with it or no?
Yeah, they needed the space for parking trucks. Yeah, anyway.
Trucks and salt spreaders and snow plows.
Right. But the AutoZone name is still in existence. Mike owns the name. And he said, I haven't asked him about this recently, but he said that in the future, if they ever want to do something again, classes or whatever, he may do them at his body shop. He could open up the shop and do it under the name, under his own. This way he has control. He doesn't have to worry about kissing anybody's ass and losing Dina.
Where'd she go?
I don't know, but I hope she can come
Battery
back
died?
Yeah, maybe. Ooh, maybe the battery died. Shit.
Oh, God.
Mike Linner, yeah. I know his name from somewhere. I'm gonna have to write
from
that down.
carshownationals.com.
I know, but I've seen that before, so I'm going to send him the flyer tomorrow. Mike, I'll send you that flyer. Yes, I'll send it to you tomorrow.
I'm putting that in my favorites.
Because I have I have it at work on my work computer. Okay. Well, I'm sorry, John. I asked Lewis to bring you on because I figured you'd have stuff to talk about with Dina, and I just started yapping.
I talk to Dina and Andrew all the time.
All right.
Yeah.
I know.
I'm trying to get them to move here.
I know.
They want to get out of where they're at land. They came down here. They actually looked at one of the shops across the driveway from where I just moved out of.
Oh, cool.
But I'm kind of glad they didn't wind up moving here because they'd have to move too.
Yeah.
It was pretty good, but it wasn't good enough because their rig that they had is huge.
I know.
And we weren't going to be able to put the whole rig inside in order to be able to work, on the car. It's nice if you have something deep.
Right.
But what I think they sold the toter home.
Yeah, I know they were paring it down. Yeah.
Yeah. And I think Andrew said they were going to go to a tractor trailer.
Wow.
Well, because there's a bunch of them out there. A lot of these pro teams, they roll them over every 2 years, and you can get one that's totally set up to put 2 cars upstairs,
right,
and have a huge workshop, and the prices are good if you're going to do that kind of stuff professionally.
Dina, we don't have the ability to invite you back in as Lewis Lee. It's whoever is the host. Like I was the host 2 weeks ago, so whoever the host is has control, and Lewis now had the control. So we're just like on our own short fuse here ourselves.
Yeah, sooner or later this thing's going to shut off. Last week, we were talking and it just shut off.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
that was weird.
Yeah, it was. It's a. Like we're saying, no system is perfect so far. They all have their foibles and crap. But what are you gonna do?
I like the other one where we had like 9 people at once.
That was Blue Jeans. Yeah. That can get to be it can get to be a little rowdy sometimes. But whatever. Oh, so I found out the saga of that camshaft I was talking to you about on the Chevelle. There she is.
Oh, she's back.
Hold on, wait. I gotta turn off my computer. Hold on.
Awesome.
That engine, John, ends up. It had a solid lifter cam with hydraulic lifters on it. Through the valley, when I pulled the intake, I could move the cam back and forth. I'm like, what? Like you could hear it slapping the distributor and slapping the cam cover. I'm like, well, I know it doesn't have a button, but it shouldn't do that.
What was that all about?
I pulled it all apart. I don't know. We're gonna put maybe a ComCam thumper in there, and I'll put a button on it.
You gotta get that 3/4 race cam.
Now I'm gonna get the 3/4 race cam, right?
And the 202 fuely heads.
Right, yeah, double humps.
Double humps.
Sent the heads out to
I had those. My first small block that I put in Firebird that I got from Eddie Haas. It had double bump heads on it.
I got it set out in the shed. Yeah, I got it set.
They were awesome. 202 double bump steel and
that was a hot setup. Yeah.
Yeah. He had him work. Remember that guy Sharky?
Sharky, remember the name? Yeah.
Yeah. I forget his first name. Him and his brother had an engine shop.
Okay. I sent these heads out to
the heads.
I sent these out to Lab. Richie out at Lab is doing them.
Oh yeah, that's a great place.
Yeah, I was going to use Piston Racing. I heard about these guys, Piston Racing, and it's actually that's Eddie Haas.
Piston Racing is Eddie Haas's sons. Yeah.
But I found out that they can't do seats. They got to send it over to Merkel, which is not a big deal. Obviously, it's not a detraction. But I figured let's keep it in.
Merkel's got some good machinery.
Yeah, I just figured, you know what? Let's keep it in house. Sent them out to Richie, and he's going to go through them. He's going.
Lab did all my big blocks for years.
So I was just out there last week. I'll be out probably about next week. Go out there and pick them up. So good stuff. That's a great shop.
Wow.
Very nice place. Nice setup. Very nice. So
while we're still on, I'm gonna unplug my power here. I'm on battery.
That's a good idea. Cool. Let's unplug the power.
No. I'm plugged into the wall. I'm going to see if I can walk into the garage.
Yeah, my phone died because I wasn't planning on using the phone, but wasn't taking the computer. So, and the cord wasn't long enough. So, thanks to everybody who kind of logged on, and I wasn't able to.
By the way, I'm walking without a cane now.
I am. So, thanks for everybody that came in.
Yeah.
And so like I said, we're regrouping, and I hope people check out the website too. You can get to it at Dina Parise Racing or DinaParise.com. So there's a lot of new stuff there, from my speaking and that kind of thing. So.
We have a link on motormouthradio.com to your stuff still. So.
Oh, do you?
Yeah. We new website. We redesigned everything, and then we had to take and pick and choose what we wanted from the old one. But a lot of that stuff stayed. So that was definitely a must have.
Yeah, I know, and it's funny because I didn't look for it, but I know I've gone
Need a Camaro
to get into, to listen to the show.
Right. Yeah. So. John's Garage. That's the new.
I'm in the garage.
Yeah, nice.
I got a Camaro sitting sideways.
There's the Camaro. Okay, I thought those were shipping containers. I couldn't see the whole thing. It looked like just gray containers. Wow.
Yeah.
It's the rig.
Let me tell you something, man. That rotisserie kicks butt.
Oh yeah, that's great.
Oh, now I can see it.
And
I didn't know what it was a second ago.
I'm gonna put a Firebird on it.
Makes a nice dividing wall too.
Yeah.
Well,
exactly.
yeah.
A blue top, just throw a Camaro up on it.
I still have some stuff to do here, but I managed to get everything out of the shop. Right. Dina, you didn't hear. Remember when we went to where the race car was, where the Trans Am was?
Yeah.
When I took you guys out there?
Yeah.
Well, there's nobody there anymore. Everybody's gone.
Good thing you didn't go.
The owner's son got murdered. And then the owner had 2 strokes and a heart attack. And now his stepson's in there, and there's this big wrongful death lawsuit against the property. So I had to pack my whole race operation out, and I don't have any place to put it yet. I'm waiting for a unit to open up where I do my aquarium stuff.
Yeah.
So I moved everything into my garage. Everything that you saw in that big shop.
Oh my God.
It's all here in this garage. It's ridiculous.
Oh, wow.
So
that's what you can do, and you're determined.
Yeah. So I had to move everything, all my machinery.
Wow.
The whole deal. So I really can't work right now because I just don't have any room. But I still have to mess around and get things set up. But I'm going to get working.
Okay.
But it's just crazy.
But you're walking around a cane, so that's good news.
Oh yeah, no more cane. I'm not using. I'm using the cane like, I don't know, maybe 10 minutes a day.
Good.
Which is a good thing. My knee is finally feeling normal.
I like to walk with this kind of cane.
Yeah, candy cane. That's the best.
That's a Mama Luke. A Mama Luke candy cane.
How old is that?
That's a couple years old. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll eat it anyway. I don't care.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's good for your stomach.
Yeah, I've been,
Well, I'm sure those
struggling.
candy
It's
canes
like,
get left over from year to year when you buy them anyway.
yeah.
I used to go. I liked them so much. I used to go to CVS like after Christmas and buy like 8 or 10 boxes at a time. So they put them on like 99 cents.
Yeah.
I threw them in like the refrigerator in the basement, so they'd stay they wouldn't get.
Okay, yeah.
And it kind of works. So all through the summer, I'm there, chomping on candy canes.
And they have the new ones,
It's cherry.
with all the different flavors.
Yeah.
I don't know about the chocolate though.
I had a chocolate. Yeah, Men's immense. The cherry was good. Cherry's cool. There's green ones. Yeah. There's actually green ones too.
What so you get
yeah, we got them all.
What flavor is the green one?
It's like
mint. Spearmint.
Mint, yeah, minty.
Yeah.
Okay.
Spearminty.
Right.
Yeah. We have a well, we don't have it anymore. We built one. Those little kits that you get Christmas time, those gingerbread houses.
Oh yeah.
So we got this thick cardboard, and then did the sugar you squeeze out of the bag for the snow and everything. Built this unbelievable gingerbread house. So Christmas was over, and my wife's like, "Let's not get rid of it. Let's put it someplace and see how long it lasts."
Oh, jeez.
So I found this shelf to put it on, and then every year we brought it out. We had it for 14 years.
Get out of here!
It goes hard as a rock.
Oh God!
And it looked perfect. It didn't come apart. And then Barb did something, and she accidentally knocked it over, and it was in a million pieces.
Shattered, yeah, like crystal.
There was a little gingy that was on there, and it was just there was chunks of licorice. There was everything. Wow. Every year we would bring this thing out, put it like in wrap it in saran wrap gingerly.
Yeah.
And then every year bring it out. Everybody would be like, "Oh my God, I can't believe you still have that." And then it fell on the floor. It was junk. Vacuumed it up.
See, the only thing we used to always bring out was Mr. Bobbit. Do you remember Mr. Bobbit?
No.
Right.
Yeah, no.
Bobbit he was the blow up doll that lasted for like ever. We got him for something. I don't remember what. And we would set him out. We'd dress him up for every party. We used to take him to the racetrack. Oh yeah.
That's great.
We put him in. We used to have so much fun. We put him in one of the guys' cars one time, and he woke because he used to leave his car out, and we never leave our stuff out. We always put it in the trailer. He left his car out, so I put his jacket and his helmet on, and he thought somebody was sitting in his car.
Come out and shoot the doll.
Oh God!
Then we taped him to one of the guys the ladder on the back of his motorhome.
Yeah.
He didn't know it. We did it before we parked, and we parked. And he comes out and he sees this thing stuck on the back of his motorhome. Yeah, well, actually, the guy that we put it in his car, he got back at us because he duct taped Mr. Bobbit to our windshield.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
Nice. That's the thing.
I like to show people what goes up. Well, maybe not that particular thing, but a lot of the videos and stuff that we do is try to show people what happens behind the scenes.
Yeah.
People don't realize too, like travel, how insanely crazy travel can be. Just getting prepped and ready, and there's just so much that goes into it. I think that people don't realize.
Yeah.
So.
You do make it fun, though. I'll say that.
Well, we try.
Yeah.
It's a ton of time spent for a short time behind the wheel.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, of course, you spend more time, driving there, driving back. For me, prepping meals before we go, to make sure that everybody's going to eat well. Although I'll eat a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, but they will eat well.
Yeah.
So.
I'll take a peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
Yeah.
No problem.
Yeah.
I'm good. Especially if it's chunky.
I do a little different. I do peanut butter on one side. I do cream cheese on the other side, and then jelly.
I've never had that. That sounds good.
My mother used to make me cream cheese.
Actually, see, now you know what you're doing? Now I'm jonesing for a fluffernutter.
Yeah, fluffernutter cheese. My mother used to make me cream cheese and jelly sandwiches when I was a kid growing up, and I always loved it.
I was
So
going to say cream cheese and jelly, not
Yeah.
cream cheese.
Yeah. I had a lot of those as a kid.
So I just incorporated it with the peanut butter, and it was, I like it all. So the other thing I'll tell you, I turned my friend Gerard from Rolling Thunder onto this. Take a Ritz cracker and take cream cheese with a knife, and you kind of like make a dam around the outside with the hole in the middle, and squirt the jelly in it.
Oh, that's a cool idea.
Now you got the sweet from the cream cheese and the jelly, and then you got a little saltiness from the Ritz cracker. Oh yeah.
My favorite lunch in school was a cream cheese bagel with smushed potato chips on it.
Oh, that's different. All right.
I used to put my potato chips on the hamburgers.
I used to
when they had hamburgers on Friday.
It's really good on a cream cheese bagel.
I never tried. Yeah.
Just for thought.
Yeah.
You know what's good? Crunchy peanut butter and Nutella.
Oh, my daughter loves Nutella. Oh my God.
I can eat the whole jar of Nutella.
How do you think I got so fat?
Yeah, she does that too. She loves that Nutella. I think I tasted it and said, okay, yeah, I never really got hooked on it. So
oh, I love it.
I have enough other vices.
It's good stuff.
No. That's the thing, Dina. After the main show, we had shifted gears into like the music show and the food show.
And the food show.
Yeah. I kind of miss those nights because we'd have like 8 or 9 people on at once after the show was over.
Right.
The old platform, you could stack up like 9 people.
Right.
And they were all live at the same time.
Yeah.
But this is a different platform.
It's like my doctor always says to me, I show him a picture on the phone. He goes, how come guys always have pictures of food and cars? I'm like, well, what else is there?
Yeah.
Well,
I was actually thinking about looking up on Blue Jeans to see what it costs.
Yeah, they
have like a Thursday night thing or something like that.
They publish the rates because I think it's tiered for different, what do you call it, for different.
Vince says it's $14 a month.
Oh wow, that's not bad. That's got to be the basic program. Yeah.
That's cool. I must be a little gender bending because that's what I have a lot of in my phone is food and cars.
Yeah, there you go. Right.
There
you must know my doctor.
Awesome.
Food, cars, and the dog.
Yeah, well, there's always the pet pictures in there too. I got the dogs and the cat, and our dog is getting old. He's like deaf. He's got cataracts now.
Oh God.
Oh yeah, and they can't do anything about it. I mean, it doesn't pay.
It's hard. It's hard when they get up in age. I mean, Bella. When we lost Bella, she was 15, and she had gotten really frail by that time, and it was so sad to see because she lived such a good life. And now, this one's cute. She's a lot of fun. She's learning. Yeah. Totally different dog though. Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, they all have personalities of their own. It's cool. They do. She loves Andrew. She thinks Andrew's like her boyfriend. Oh, wow. So maybe, He lays down and she's just like right up on him. It's hilarious. She's only 13 pounds. She's a little tiny. Yeah, all guys like that. He's even smaller than I think he lost a little weight, probably less than that. We have a cat. Our cat is Bella. She's actually Bella Rose because my wife found her by her mom's house in Belrose. So, they named her Bella Rose. Okay. So, there you go.
That's cool.
Yeah, and she doesn't know her name too. And she's like she adopted me. She's a lap cat. She'll sleep on my lap. And now when I'm done here, I'll go upstairs. Everybody in bed, but she's got to make a round around. She's got to make her lap around the kitchen, rub on the cabinet, throw herself on the floor, and then I got to pet her. And she'll put her head back, and I'll like rub her neck. And I realized years ago, that's like the highest honor you can get from a cat because they protect their necks because they go for the neck. So when they give you their neck, it's like I make sure I'm always very careful about that. Like, okay, I don't want to break the trust barrier here.
I just read a piece about cats and how they hear their name, they understand their name, but they ignore you.
Right.
Oh, totally.
They ignore you. Yeah, they're like men.
Well, yeah. Especially the male cats. No, she's like that. There's times where I can call her name and she'll turn and recognize it, and other times like, huh? What?
Yeah, my cat, when you call its name, it makes noise.
Yeah.
It's very noisy. It's a noisy orange tabby.
Oh, I love orange. We had.
And he's huge too. He's like 22 pounds.
Yeah, I had.
His name's Fredo.
Oh, that's cool. Mine was Milo. We had a Prince Milo. We had to put him to sleep last year, and then right after that was the other gray one we had, the female. But I love those orange cats. Orange tabbies are the best. There's something special about those orange cats.
He talks. He's got like 3 or 4 different sounding words
Right.
that he makes this noise. But it's, he could be sleeping like in my wife's office chair, and I get up, and he gets up and starts whining. And as I'm walking through the kitchen, the first thing he does is he wants to get fed. I'm like, you ate like 2 hours ago.
No, because he knows you got up. So it's like, hey, I want pastrami. Where's the mortadella? Roast beef. What, super side? What do you got? Come on. Jeez.
Unbelievable.
We have one, a little orange one that he comes to visit us in the backyard all the time. He's like the neighborhood cat. He hangs around everywhere. He's really cute.
Right. Yeah, that's cool.
And then my dog knows when you open the refrigerator.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah.
Even if you're quiet.
Yeah.
And he'll come over and he just sits all nice, paws down, and he waits. It's like, really? Hit the road, dude.
Yeah. It's not takeout. Get out of here.
Unbelievable. He's a good dog. He was 2 weeks ago. He was like the Plant City Dog of the Week.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I had a picture. He was in the local newspaper. That's pretty good.
Cool. Oh, that's cute.
Yeah, he's awesome, but he's a little too dependent on Barbara.
Mm.
I mean, she really takes care of him. She makes sure he gets fed in the morning, and when she comes home, she takes him out in the backyard and throws the frisbee around, because he's a Australian Shepherd. He's got to run a lot.
Okay.
So he's very active, but he follows her around throughout the whole house, constantly. And she could be like in the bedroom, and I'm in the office, and he's sitting there, and I'll call him, completely ignores me because he's busy looking down the hallway to see where she is. And I'm like, Bear, come here, buddy. Come on. It's like he's deaf. But when she leaves the house, then all of a sudden it's, this guy. Yeah, right. Okay. I need to pay a little attention to the chubby dude.
I got the opposite. Our dog, he's bonded with my wife. Like he thinks that she's his mother. And, even we're in the kitchen, we're at the table, Sunday morning, we're reading the paper, having coffee, and he'll just sit there and look at her and bark or make noises. Like he'll want her to go sit in the chair in the living room.
Get the cat. I hear the cat meowing.
So he can jump up with her. But like I was home yesterday in the afternoon, she was out, and when he realized that she wasn't there, he'll walk through the house, and I hear those little feet. He'll come to the kitchen, come into the den, he'll look at me, and then go, and then he'll walk through into the bedrooms, look in the bathroom, and then he starts to howl. Just
what kind of dog is he?
He's a Yorkie, a Yorkshire Terrier, and he'll just howl. And I'll walk up to him because now he's like partially deaf and blind. So I'll get up behind him and just touch him, and then he jumps. They're like, look at me like, oh, you're not who I'm looking for. Oh, look at that guy. That's Morris. He's Morris.
Yeah, that's the kind of cat in the backyard. He's a Morris cat.
Yeah, he's Morris.
He's big.
I love those. He is big.
He's cute.
I love those orange cats.
Say something.
Speak.
Say something.
Come on, talk to us.
Say ma. Say ma. Say ma. Come on. Say ma. No?
Oh my God, how big is he?
He's big.
He's huge.
Yeah, he's big.
He's like 3 feet long. He's ridiculous.
Yeah,
he's like a yard of cat.
He's bigger than Twizzler, that's for sure.
Yeah.
My
he wants to go back in the house.
My orange guy was long too. He'd stretch out, and he was long. He was definitely long to put his feet out. But yeah, the Yorkie howls. And actually, Linda called me on the phone, asked me a question. I said, hold on a minute. And I walked into the living room. I said, and she heard it over the phone. I said, this is what I go through when you're not here. And he won't stop. He just won't stop. I see when she comes home, he'll stop. It's really saddening because I say now, like, we're afraid we feel bad to go out because we know he's going to be home howling. It's
now. Was he always that way, or did
no?
This God, as he got older.
No, he wasn't when he got older.
All right, I found the bear.
Yeah, I don't know if it's because of
bear. Come here.
Like I said, because of the hearing and the vision thing. I don't know if his senses changed, but he.
Somebody else just told me the same thing, and they actually were getting some medication for the dog because, and we just started Twizzler on. It's called Clomicalm.
Okay.
So we tried Prozac for her.
All right.
And it didn't work. Didn't help her at all. But so this Clomicalm. So Prozac is made for people.
Yeah.
It's not actually made for
Ray
animals.
wants to see who you are.
Right.
So this
Bear, come here.
is the same thing, but it's actually made specifically for animals. So
Bear,
it may be worth a shot to ask the vet about it.
We put them on CDB oil. Oh, there's Bear. Yeah, we put
Come
them on
here, Bear.
CDB oil. I went and got because
He walked away.
He walks away. He's like, "Oh, I'm not by mommy. I got to go back in the house."
Yeah, see, I haven't.
Come here. Come here. Come here,
She's
buddy.
super sensitive, so with
Bear,
this
come here.
Chloroquine, I don't know. He said it'll take a couple of weeks to see
Come
if
here.
it works, but
right. Yeah, I mean, we tried a couple. There was some. We got something that was in a drop form that was supposedly like a anti-anxiety thing. Then I got the CDB oil, and some days he's not as bad. So, but they just had a thing in the paper yesterday how about foods that are good for anti-anxiety, and turkey is one of them. And he loves eating deli turkey. So, oh, look at that, a giant check, $10,000, beautiful, wow. From the Knapp family. Excellent. Oh, that's cool, John. That's cool. Yeah.
He's so crazy.
He is. That's cool.
Yeah, no, before we were talking about exploding motors, that I blew the supercharger right off the car at Englishtown.
Did you?
Oh,
yeah,
God.
It was Scotty Cannon's blower, too.
Wow.
Ooh.
So sorry.
I dropped that Super Chevy at Englishtown. I had 2 stages of nitrous. I had left on the first one, was on a delay. And I manually had a button on the steering wheel, hit the second stage about, I guess, the middle of second gear. And by the time I got into third gear, the crankshaft decided it didn't want to be part of the engine anymore.
Nice. It parted ways.
Yeah, I almost crashed the car. I was like dead sideways.
Yeah.
And I pulled the parachute and straightened it out and got to the end. And this was before they had that sand trap deal. We're talking old Englishtown.
Yeah.
When you used to run all the way to the end and then make that left turn along the fence.
Hard left.
Yeah. So I had all the way to the end. I get out and there's all of this noise of oil and water on the headers and, and cars like smoking. It was ridiculous.
Exactly. But, click, click, boom. Exactly.
Yeah. What a mess that was.
What happened with us was the race pack went back to a default setting on its own. We have no idea how it happened. We still don't know how it happened.
Wow.
So it went back to